AutoSum features. In MS Excel, AutoSum automatically enters a formula to sum numbers in your worksheet. You can also use it to find out the average, maximum, etc. for a range of cells. The AutoSum button is present at two places on the MS Excel ribbon. Step 1. Go to Home tab, go to Editing Group and go to AutoSum. Step 2. Go to Formulas tab. Using AutoSum in Excel. Whenever you need to sum a single range of cells, whether a column, row or several adjacent columns or rows, you can have Excel AutoSum to automatically make an appropriate sum formula for you. To use AutoSum in Excel, just follow these 3 easy steps. Step 1. Select a cell next to the numbers you want to sum. To sum a column, select the cell immediately below the last value in the column. To sum a row, select the cell to the right of the last number in the row. Step 2. Click the AutoSum button on either the Home or Formulas tab. A sum formula appears in the selected cell and a range of cells you're adding gets highlighted. B2 colon B6 in this example. In most cases, Excel selects the correct range to total. In a rare case, when a wrong range is selected, you can correct it manually by typing the desired range in the formula or by dragging the cursor through the cells you want to sum. Tip: to sum multiple columns or rows at a time, select several cells at the bottom or to the right of your table, respectively, and then click the AutoSum button. Step 3. Press the Enter key to complete the formula. Now you can see the calculated total in the cell and the sum formula in the formula bar. How to AutoSum only visible cells in Excel? Let's see how to use AutoSum in Excel to sum only visible cells in a filtered list. If your data is organized in an Excel table, which can be easily done by pressing Ctrl+T shortcut, clicking the AutoSum button inserts the subtotal function that adds only visible cells. In case you have filtered your data by applying one of the filtering options, clicking the AutoSum button also inserts a subtotal formula rather than sum as shown in the below screenshot. Using AutoSum on more than one cell at a time. If you want to sum values in several columns or rows, select all the cells where you want to insert the sum formula and then click the AutoSum button on the ribbon or press the Excel Sum shortcut. For example, you can select cells A10, B10 and C10, click AutoSum and total 3 columns at once. As shown in the below screenshot, the values in each of the 3 columns are summed individually. How to sum selected cells vertically and horizontally. To total only certain cells in a column, select those cells and click the AutoSum button. This will total the selected cells vertically, column by column, and place the sum formulas below the selection. If you want to sum cells row by row, select the cells you want to total and one empty column to the right. Excel will sum the selected cells horizontally and insert the sum formulas to the empty column included in the selection. To sum cells column by column and row by row, select the cells you want to add plus one empty row below and one empty column to the right, and Excel will total the selected cells vertically and horizontally. Creating a formula using an insert function command. In our example below, we want to find a function that will count the total number of items ordered. We want to count the cells in the item column, which uses text. We cannot use the basic count function because it will only count cells with numerical information. Instead, we will need to find a function that counts the total number of cells within a cell range. Step 1. Select the cell that will contain the function. In our example, we have selected cell B16. Step 2. Click the Formulas tab on the ribbon. Then select the Insert Function command. Step 3. The Insert Function dialog box will appear. Step 4. Type a few keywords describing the calculation you want the function to perform. Then click Go. In our example, we'll type count cells, but you can also search by selecting a category from the drop-down list. Step 5. Review the results to find the desired function, then click OK. In our example, we'll choose Count A because it will count the number of cells in a cell range. Step 6. The function arguments dialog box will appear. Select the value 1 field, then enter or select the desired cells. In our example, we will enter the cell range A3:A10. You may continue to add arguments in the value 2 field, but in this case we only want to count the number of cells in the cell range A3:A10. Step 7. When you're satisfied, click OK. Step 8. The function will be calculated and the result will appear in the cell. In our example, the result shows that a total of 8 items were ordered. Function. Function is a predefined formula already available in Excel. Functions perform specific calculations in a particular order based on the specified values called arguments or parameters. For example, instead of specifying each value to be summed like in the above formula, you can use the sum function to add up a range of cells is equal to sum brackets A2:A4 brackets closed. You can find all available Excel functions in the function library on the Formulas tab. There exist 400 plus functions in Excel, and the number is growing by version to version. Of course, it's next to impossible to memorize all of them, and you actually don't need to. The function wizard will help you find the function best suited for a particular task, while the Excel formula IntelliSense will prompt the function's syntax and arguments as soon as you type the function's name preceded by an equal sign in a cell. Few basic functions are as follows. First is sum. The first Excel function you should be familiar with is the one that performs the basic arithmetic operation of addition. In the syntax of all Excel functions, an argument enclosed in square brackets is optional. Other arguments are required, meaning your sum formula should include at least one number, reference to a cell or a range of cells. For example, is equal to sum brackets A2:A6 bracket closed adds up all values in cells A2 through A6 is equal to sum A2, A6 adds up values in cells A2 and A6 is equal to sum A2:A6 in brackets /5 or divided by 5 adds up values in cells A2 through A6 and then divides the sum by 5. In your Excel worksheets, the formulas may look something similar to this. Quick tip: the fastest way to sum a column or row of numbers is to select a cell next to the numbers you want to sum and click the Auto Sum button on the Home tab in the Editing group. Excel will insert a sum formula for you automatically. Second is average. The Excel average function does exactly what its name suggests. That is, finds an average or arithmetic mean of numbers. Its syntax is similar to sums. Instead of typing is equal to sum A2:A6 divided by 5, you can simply put is equal to average A2:A6 in brackets. Third is max and min. The max and min formulas in Excel get the largest and smallest value in a set of numbers respectively. For our sample data set, the formulas will be as simple as is equal to max A2:A6 in brackets is equal to min A2:A6 in brackets. Fourth is len function. Whenever you want to know the number of characters in a certain cell, len is the function to use. Need to find out how many characters are in cell A2? Just type is equal to len A2 in bracket into another cell. 5. Concatenate. In case you want to take values from two or more cells and combine them into one cell, use the concatenate operator, ampersand, or the concatenate function. For example, to combine the values from cells A2 and B2, just enter the following formula in a different cell, is equal to concatenate A2, B2 in brackets. To separate the combined values with a space, type the space character double quotes in the arguments list is equal to concatenate A2, double quotes, B2 within brackets. Sixth function is today and now. To see the current date and time whenever you open your worksheet without having to manually update it on a daily basis, use either is equal to today brackets to insert the today's date in a cell, is equal to now brackets to insert the current date and time in a cell. Quick recap. A formula in Excel always starts with an equal sign. Formulas can be entered in the formula bar or in a cell. Numeric formulas involve the use of various arithmetic operators such as a plus sign for addition, a minus sign for subtraction, an asterisk for multiplication, a forward slash for division, and a caret for exponents. The AutoSum feature automatically adds numbers in the selected cells. The AutoSum menu provides access to sum, average, count numbers, max, min, and other functions. The Insert Function button is used for adding and calculating functions in a worksheet. The concatenation operand is ampersand. The $sign is used for absolute referencing. Formula is a sequence inside a cell that is used to produce a value. It must begin with an equal sign. Function is a predefined formula in MS Excel that performs a specific calculation. Concatenation is the process of joining text values in a series.